Hello everyone, welcome back to Range and River, and in today's episode, we're going to try and track down some elusive turkeys in the forests of eastern North Carolina. I forgot to film an intro while I was out there, so we're doing it in my office. I just picked up the last bit of my supplies at the food line. Now we're going to go head up to the forest and set up camp. I love that kind of forest. Look at the ferns and then the big pine trees. Some of the roads up here are blocked off. There's a big wildfire going on. Gotta keep an eye out for that. Just bumped into a firefighter. I noticed some of the roads are closed off. I see one of the fire trucks alongside the road and I pulled over to talk to him. And the wildfire that they have going on out here is about 3.5 miles north of where I'm gonna be camping and hunting at. So we'll see what happens, but all the other spots that I'd chosen for this trip, the wind changed direction, started blowing the fire down this way. They said it's mostly contained, but still keep an eye out. So that should be a pretty interesting trip. Hopefully everything works out and I don't burn alive in my car. Well, where I wanted to go is blocked off by a gate. So dispersed camping is allowed here. So I just pulled up on the little stretch of road that was available, parked my truck, and we're gonna be sleeping in that tent tonight. I think we'll head down that way, do a little scouting before we set up camp. I don't see any smoke though, so hopefully the fire doesn't get any closer. All right, let's go check out what's going on down this road. So I want to come out here and do a little scouting today. See, I'm wearing my orange hat. I don't have to, since it's turkey season. You don't need to wear a hat, but I just think it would be foolish to come out here during hunting season on public land, the second to last day of the turkey season, and not wear orange, because I know somebody else is out here and they're sad because they didn't get one. They get excited because they see brush rustling. So just rather be safe than sorry. I'm hoping it doesn't look like this the whole way through. On the maps it looked pretty good, and I think there's a spot down there where it clears up. It's just thick vegetation like that. It's not gonna work. There's not too many more places that I can go to right now. I got on Onyx, plotted out a few camping spots. There's like an overlay on there. It does oak trees. I'm not sure how accurate it is. Like sometimes yes, sometimes no. But there's some, it says there's oak trees down this way. The other spots I picked were also near oak trees, but I'm not getting there because they are on fire. So we get what we get. Down here there's a creek, there's a small hill, there's supposedly oak trees, and an open area. Right? All those things to me, even though I've never been here before, tell me that there should be turkeys. I know there's turkeys in this forest because I've seen them before. I just don't know about this spot. Again, this was like my last choice of spots, so hopefully it works out. There's some oak trees. We see some sign or a flat open area I can set up in tomorrow. Tonight, I brought some 550 cord. I'm gonna try and make myself like a little makeshift blind, just to tie something up in front of me and add some vegetation. So I've gone out a few times. I have gone out hunting 4 times, and each time I tried to make a video. Each and every time. It just didn't pan out, and then I tried to make fishing videos. And I took my kayak out into some flats, tried fishing, did not work. I ended up going from shore through some flats out to an island and beach fishing for a little bit and coming back. Both times my weather app told me it wouldn't rain, it wouldn't be bad weather. Both times I got to the beach and the weather was terrible. So that's why I haven't posted a video in a while. Just been very busy with work and unsuccessful with my adventures. But regardless of what happens today, I will post this video. So all these pine trees around me, I think they're called long leaf pines. And apparently they're not very common outside of this area. This is considered a coastal forest. I don't know. Feels like we're pretty far away from the ocean. I think it's like 40 minutes, maybe like 30 minutes away. But they are pretty. It gets kind of creepy out in these places at night though. That is much better to hunt in. I can see maybe the turkeys come out and strut. Now what I'm gonna do is just look for signs. Maybe we'll find something in mud puddles like this. Not this one, but maybe another one. What is this? Blue rocks. I'm not gonna touch them. I don't know what that is. Kind of worried about snakes though. For my job, I work outside, and the snakes have just gotten crazy out here lately. Like just all over the place. So we'll be driving down like a back road or something, and there's a copperhead and a black snake and something else in the road. Black snakes aren't really, they're not venomous, so you don't gotta worry about them. But the copperheads, you don't see them until you step on them. And that does worry me just a little bit. It's hot. 6:30 at night, and it's still cooking out here. Well, I got deer prints. And there's some over here too. Not what I was looking for, but still pretty cool. That means there's something here. So what I'm gonna do now is walk the back side of this clearing just to see if there's a good spot for me to set up tomorrow. The ticks have also been out in force lately. So that's another thing I gotta watch out for. Look at this little flower. That's really pretty. Look, there's a bunch of them right in here. I don't know about this place. But as far as hunting goes, this is a little bit taller than I would have liked. Granted, there's not a whole lot available right now. I saw a cut on my way in, like a timber cut, where they flattened everything out. But it was right next to the road. Not a good place to camp, and I guarantee it. I can guarantee somebody else is going to be there at 3 a.m. in the morning. Someone came out here and had to plant all these trees. They all run in straight vertical rows that way. The one good thing for me, in between those rows, it looks like there's little paths where like animals have walked. So that could be a route for a turkey to come in and out of the woods. Apparently back there's a creek. We'll go check out the creek here once I finish with this. It's not all super tall, but it's too tall for me to want to sit down and hunt. Maybe if I bring a chair, build a blind and bring my chair, that could work. But other than that, I don't know. I was walking along and I started feeling these pinches all over my legs, and I must have stopped in a fire ant pile at some point because they were all up my shoe, biting my leg. All those things sting. That does not feel good. I also had a very small tick on me, so gotta watch out for that. I did wear pretty light colored pants, so they're easy to spot. They bit me all up right here. Get off my shoes. Okay. Now we'll do a tick check. Now we'll just head down this way and see what we see. Still no turkey tracks. Maybe a dog or coyote? Hard to tell what those are. I have no idea what that is. A deer. Never mind, it's a deer. Be cool if I saw some wild pigs out here. In North Carolina, you can hunt wild hogs or feral hogs during the season of another animal. So, for example, deer season, right? I could come out here in deer season and hunt for pigs. Look at that pile. Oh, I want to poke it. and you can see once you poke it, they just come pouring out of the hole looking for something to bite. Feel bad for poking it, but I really wanted to show you guys what it looks like when you do find one. Don't step on it. Do not touch it. I just don't think that this is really gonna work because they can't strut here. I want to find some place where they can strut their little wings and show off their tail feathers. I need to find a better clearing than this. I think that's gonna do it for me on this spot. I'm gonna head back to the truck. Once I get there, I'll bust my phone out, see if we can find a way to work around this wildfire. Again, this was like my last choice of spots. It's a really good one, but it's closer towards where that fire is. And I don't want to take a chance going up there and getting stuck or something bad happening. Look at the size of that tick. Look at him. Get off me, you. Well, we're gonna see if I can get to my original spot, or my original planned spot. Hopefully there's less ticks, number one. I wiped off like 4 or 5 little ones and then that big one. And then last time I was there, I mean, it was months ago. But I've been there before, and hopefully it's a good spot. I'm freaking out now. I think there's bugs all over me. They had the road blocked off back there. You can see all the, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, all the dust from the fire truck that just blew right by. Yeah, road's closed, big deal. All my plans for this trip are basically up that way. I need to utilize that road to get where I want to go. Some of the spots are not near the fire, but that's like the road to get around this forest. We'll just have to drive and figure it out. I mean, the worst comes to worst, let's go back where we were. I didn't really like it there, but you know, worst case scenario, we'll go back. Well, we're gonna have to work something else out. Road's closed. So I'm gonna sit here, play around the map. I don't know, we'll figure out what we can figure out. So I looked at a couple other places, right? I have one. We're gonna go spend the night here. I've seen people hunting deer there, right, during deer season. I don't know the regulations on turkey there, so once we get there, we'll set up camp. I'll spend some time researching turkey hunting regulations in that exact spot, what they are. And at the end of the day, right, if we don't get a turkey this year, we don't get a turkey this year. But we will do some nice camping tonight. No fires, but you know what? I have a nice spot in mind right near the water. I wish I brought my pole, do a little fishing if I did, but oh well. We're gonna set ourselves up right by the water, I think. There's a camp, kind of like a campsite, which is unfortunate, not really what I wanted. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I got out of the house. There's worse ways to spend a Friday night than camping in a beautiful spot out in the woods. So, I love when the trees have that mossy stuff hanging off of them. Back here looks way better for hunting. But, again, once we get to the spot by the river, I'm gonna have to look up the regulations, see if I can even camp here. I'm only coming down this way because I knew that there was a couple fields here. My wife and I rode bicycles through here once. As far as like, can I hunt here? I seen a couple dudes running dogs and hunting deer down here during deer season. I assume I can camp by this river because there was a little campsite type thing, and I seen a dude with a little camper trailer thing on his truck. So yeah, I'll get down here, we'll cook up some food, just see what we can and can't do. Well, more bad news. There's already a bunch of people camping here. By now there's a couple trucks off to my side. And then back by the water, there was some dudes back there setting up a tent. So we're gonna try and roll to another spot, see if we can find one. Hopefully we can, and we'll go from there. Found a pretty good spot. It's sunset right now, but everything up through where I'm at right now is just looking good. So I think I'm gonna set up right here at the end of this road, and then in the morning we'll work our way back. That dude is 100% road hunting. As I was turning my truck around, I rolled the windows down, and I hear turkey calls coming out of his truck. I don't know. right? I don't hunt very much and I'm pretty new to it, but to me that just seems kind of wrong. I don't know, like I said earlier, that's why I was wearing the orange. People are getting desperate. Tomorrow's the last day and they're gonna do what they can to bag a bird. This is where we're gonna set up camp for the night. Again, can't have a fire, but I'll be okay without one. A little bug spray. I got my tent here. I got a stove and everything, so I'm gonna get it all set up and then cook some food. Well, the sun's gonna be completely gone here in the next couple minutes, so I'm gonna set this tent up. Nice thing about these rooftop tents is they're extremely easy to set up. All I have to do, undo these, and then unzip and it unfolds. And really that's it. I could leave it as is if I wanted to, but I got these little things that pop the sides out. I'm gonna set the tent up completely tonight, sleep good, and then hunt in the morning. Here's the tent. Takes all of 5 minutes to set it up with all these little metal bars that hold everything up. On the inside here I have a memory foam mat, plenty of room to lay down. Actually, I really love this thing. Just like that, you have a little gas grill. And for dinner tonight, we're gonna have corn, potatoes, sauerkraut, and hot sausage. While I'm waiting for the pan to heat up, I'm gonna put my shotgun together. I brought my rifle sling in hopes that it would be long enough to use on this, because the past couple trips that I went out, I have not had a sling, and it has just been an absolute nightmare trying to get this thing around the woods. Look at that. There we go. That is gonna make a world of difference tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. I think this pan's heated up enough. Oh yeah, it's good. I'm gonna cook them all up now, and then whatever I don't eat, I'll just save for the morning. Well, the sausages are cooking up nice. I got water on to boil. In the meantime, I'd say let's go hunt for spiders. When I shine my headlamp, you can see them. I don't know if you guys can see the shininess or anything that kind of looks like broken glass. As I shine my light around, you can kind of see some what looks like broken glass. Those are actually spider eyes. Let's see. There we go. Right there, there's a little spider. Oh, he's gone. If this was an episode of MTV Cribs, I'd show you around right now. Here we have one of the pockets. Here we have another pocket. And there's two more pockets over here. At a different time of year when there's less chance of rain, I could take the rain fly off and unzip the top. And there's a little mesh net up there and you can just stare up at the sky. So I really like that. For now, with the rain fly on, I can't really see out the top. I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, I overslept at 6 a.m. but I woke up to a gobble. So it's off that direction. I'm gonna get dressed and see if we can't call him in. I completely stopped calling now. Been here for a little bit over an hour, I think. So what I'm gonna do now is just wait. I'm gonna stay here till like 9, maybe 10. And then I'm just gonna call it. It's no big deal. What's really, really cool about this spot is this whole clearing. This whole clearing. It's not on Google Maps. It's not on Onyx. It's not on Mel's GPS. It's not on any of the apps that I use. So it just looks like a road that leads into woods. I just came here for a place to sleep. It just so happened to cross like this nice opening. And then, I mean, if I didn't sleep in this morning, I may have been able to get on a bird faster, but it is what it is. So I was checking my Onyx, and I didn't realize this, but there's like some sort of like land holding LLC. It's like 1 to 200 yards that way towards where I hear the bird, and it looks like there's a clearing. So I think he might be held up on some private land, but I'm not gonna go over there and push him. I don't own the land; it's not mine. I'm not doing
that. 346 minutes later.
All right, well, no luck. I think this would have been a good spot, though. Well, we didn't get any turkeys this year. It was the last day. We gave it our best shot. I had one fired up this morning. Didn't end up happening. That's okay. He was on some private land out in the distance, so I'm not going to trespass over there. On this channel, I try to do things the right way. I might not know what I'm doing, right, but I'm not gonna go sneak on someone else's land to go hunting or drive up and drive up and down the road to find one. It was a good season. It's just how the game goes. Sometimes they win, sometimes I win.
One pathetic sob story later.
Camp's all packed up. Time to get on the road. Hey, if you guys want to see me keep failing at hunting and fishing videos, please remember to click that like and subscribe button.